I'm going to talk to you about something that I used for the last 10 years, a little bit of what you might call a management secret. If there's some philosophy to my management style, I suppose it started with this particular style of management. One of the people that I looked up to very much, that I've always looked up to, is John F. Kennedy. I think it's amazing how John F. Kennedy made it to the top. And he had many issues against him. John F. Kennedy was the first Catholic president of the United States, which is a predominantly Protestant country, and where the Catholics are very much in the minority. So he had an uphill struggle. And then he was also Irish. Okay, it's traditional in the United States to have some kind of joke or the other about the Irish. Have you not heard of any jokes of the Irish? It's the same joke, except in India we use something else or someone else. Any Irish in the crowd? Any Irish? Just checking. No pun, no insult intended. I only make jokes from people from Poland, and that's because of my director, Richard here. Oh, he is. Oh, okay. So, lots of jokes about the Irish. Are you with me? How many Irishmen do you need to change a light bulb? Richard knows this joke. How many? 1,000. 1,000 Irishmen to change a light bulb. Do you know why? One man to hold the bulb, and 999 of them to turn the house around. So they make jokes of the Irish. They have not, really accepted the Irish. This is the early 1960s, mind you. And Kennedy was Irish. He was also, unfortunately, he was a Catholic as well, Irish Catholic, but unfortunately for him, extremely wealthy. His father, George Kennedy, is one of the richest men in America, which again didn't help with the great public out there. Are you with me? Because they take a look at this guy as being extremely wealthy. You have too much money. Why do you want to become president? Uphill struggle. Plus, he was not even 35 years old. For a president, that's pretty young. Are you with me? So most of the people out there, this is America after the baby boom. So the great majority of the population of the United States at the time was generally over 45, 35 or 40 onwards. That's the bulk. So, and they were expecting to vote for a young Irish president, Irish Catholic Democratic Party, which is again the smaller of the two parties. So he had all these hang-ups. Big problems to solve in order to win. Are you with me? Are you with me? So this guy, how did he become the president with all of these challenges? How did he overcome? Wrong race as far as the US is concerned. Wrong class as far as the Americans are concerned. Too young, wrong age. Are you with me? Wrong party. Because basically the party swings around from side to side. So if it's going to come back to the Democrats, it was supposed to go to the Republicans. And above all, he had one of the strongest, most popular senators in the US at the time standing up against him. None other than Richard Nixon, who became president much later. But Richard Nixon was very popular. So he had to deal with Nixon, He had to deal with his wealth issue. He had to deal with the fact he's Irish, the wrong religion, being Catholic. He had to deal with the fact he was in the wrong party. So what does that leave you with? Are you with me? He had all these issues to deal with. Yet he basically won. And how did he do that? So I basically started doing some research on this man, and I gathered together some information. Then I came across this book which talks about Kennedy's management style. Are you with me? And from that book, I put together the so-called 5 principles of leadership. Are you with me? And the 5 principles of leadership were critically important to him. And I have learned to grow from it. I have learned to utilize it. And I'm going to share it with you tonight. Okay? You guys ready? Now, it doesn't matter if you can't write it down. Don't worry, we will post it up on the internet, okay? On the V website. And make sure that you guys get to read it, okay? So, anyway, I'd like to go over the 5 principles with you now, all right? And we'll take it from the top. So take a look at the top. Take a look at the screen, and we will look at the first principle. Can you see? Challenge the status quo. That's the first principle John F. Kennedy used. Challenge the status quo. Do you know what that means? It means that when you have the odds against you, even his own party didn't like him at the time. John F. Kennedy was not even preferred as a candidate in his own party. Are you with me? Are you with me? Guys, we can always do this by post. Shall I put the whole thing on the internet and you guys can go home tonight? Hang on a minute, translation will kick in. Okay, do you want to go home tonight? Okay, give time, translation kicking in. Do you want to go home tonight? Do you want to hear the 5 principles? Yes. You sure? Yes. Who wants to hear it? Okay, so translation has gone all across. Good, excellent. Now, challenge the status quo is brilliant in concept because it says, when you cannot depend on anybody, we all have some kind of support system in place in terms of people we like, respect, family, friends, etc., and so on. He, in a sense, didn't get any help from anyone. His own family, his, family were kind of cynical about the whole thing, John F. has got this other pet project going on, and let's, see where he goes with that. Are you with me? Except for his brother, Robert, who was clearly with him all the way. However, having said that, the first rule is he went about